Alright, hello everybody. Today we're just going to be taking a look at the Holy Priest in Nighthold. So, in this video right now, this is on the PTR, so this is the first boss of Nighthold Skorpyron. And the interesting thing about this is that I'm actually playing a renew spec for Holy with the new Piety and Benediction changes, but I'm also playing a full haste crit build. Now, the idea behind this full haste crit build is to pretty much get maximum efficiencies out of Renew. So, because Mastery does not affect Renew, and obviously Versatility doesn't really scale as well as Crit, the whole idea for the gearing of this spec is to have maximum benefits for your Renew. And you want to be maxing the amount of haste you have, so you obviously increase the ticks of Renew, but increase the frequency at which you can Prayer of Mending to get out more Renews. Now, even if you are haste crit specs, the value of Renew really isn't, like, actually casting Renew isn't that high. So the main way that I actually spread Renew in this is just through Prayer of Mending. I am taking the Enduring Renewal talent, so I am refreshing Renews on my Flash of Light and heal. Flash heal and heal spell. So essentially, my gameplay in this is just revolved around, trying to chase people who have Renews and make sure I'm keeping up Renews. And just making sure that I Prayer of Mending basically on cooldown. So this is my first attempt here at kind of playing this spec, and you can see that in a large raider environment where there's a decent amount of damage going out, Holy is doing quite well, like, throughput wise. Obviously this is literally everyone's first attempt on this fight, so there is quite a bit of damage. You'll see in some later attempts that HPS isn't so high, but the raw throughput of this spec is pretty high, and because majority of your healing is actually coming from just the Renews and the Prayer of Mendings, you won't actually notice that big of a healing increase from switching just from casting heal as opposed to flash heal. So you can see here I'm casting a lot of flash heals at the start of the fight, but then you'll see me switch up now into just using heals, and this is a very mana efficient way to play the spec. You can easily make it through a 10-minute fight just casting heal, and then chasing down your Renews with your that are spread by your Prayer of Mending. The other thing about this spec as well is it makes your Divine Hymn a very, very big healing cooldown if you have some Prayer of Mendings out. Prayer of Mendings can bounce around, spread Renews, and proc your Mastery. That is another advantage to this spec over the current Flash Heal spec we're seeing. So this is just kind of to highlight what a different kind of playstyle that will be emerging with Holy. I think this playstyle is actually a lot more fun than the Flash Heal style we have at the moment. But the one problem with this as well is that obviously you're not really benefiting from a lot of Mastery, and because of the new changes, or not changes, but the 4-piece, how it increases the Mastery on your Holy Word Sanctify, that you're not exactly getting advantage from that spec, and because they've recently buffed Prayer of Healing, you're not really using that very much at all. So the next video I'll probably be doing some more PTR testing on the next boss later on, and I'll go through and do the Enlightenment with Prayer of Healing, and play a more AoE spec healer, and we'll see how that goes. So that'll be fairly interesting. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little look into Holy Priest and kind of this new Benediction Piety playstyle. If this is something I'm definitely a lot more interested in than the Flash Heal style. So it should be. I'm actually really excited for the Holy changes. Being able to mix it up, being some hot healer versus some AoE healer versus the spot healer. If all those three specs are all viable in different situations, Holy might look to be a very good healer. Might not be still top tier like say a Shaman, but just having options and being flexible in what you can do it can be a great benefit to the class. And as with always, Holy Priest has been doing very good on throughput. It's really just the utility that they're lacking. So it'll be nice to see that if this kind of different model of Holy is really something that that can maybe be its niche that it brings, that it's just good at doing anything and can adapt to any fight. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.